Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks for being here. And Carolina Insider, not only the name of our television show, big umbrella of a lot of the content that we bring you from the Tar Heel Sports Network. That includes our audio podcast that's twice a week. Also includes a Rapid Reactions streaming show after home basketball games. Adam Lucas and I sat down after the win over Notre Dame and chatted about the victory over the Irish. Adam, early start time. But the Tar Heels were not sleepy at all as they, from the very beginning, jumped out on top of Notre Dame and win it by 17, 81-64. Carolina led by 13 at halftime. It was double digits for most of the second half, save one moment where the Irish cut it down to 7. But from starting to finish this morning and then afternoon, felt like Carolina played pretty well today.
Seemed like they did a little bit of everything that they needed to do. They fed the ball to Armando Bacot, who had another double-double, another 20-10 game, 21 points and 13 rebounds in this one. They defended well. Notre Dame's whole thing is that they're going to shoot three-pointers, so you have to figure out a way to contest them around the three-point line. Tar Heels did a good job with that. They were able to more or less limit Nate Laszewski, who's been so good against Carolina the last two times. He did have 17 points and 8 rebounds, but it felt kind of quiet. And Tar Heels just relentless throughout the course of the game, and they got contributions from up and down the bench as playing without Pete Nance, able to get some players in who maybe haven't played as much, but they all produced.
And you get a good look there at Armando Bacot, both offensively and defensively. And Adam, it seems like, and Hubert Davis and Coach Davis will talk about this in the interview that I had with him after the game that you'll see in just a second. Adam also talked to Armando, so you'll get that as well. It just seems like after that Virginia Tech game when he was unable to go, he had a difficult game against Indiana the previous contest. He's just taken it to a different level, and Coach Davis will talk, in his opinion, why some of that has happened, but he's really become the consistent force and one of the front runners for ACC Player of the Year early in the season, as we expected he would be.
As we know, Armando Bacot, a smart guy, and he boiled it down to something pretty simple. He said, I'm taking a lot of shots. And when I take a lot of shots, I tend to make a lot of shots. That's pretty much right. And Tar Heels doing a good job running the offense through him, and it's paid off. And he's done a good job running the floor and making himself available.
I was really happy with the guys. I thought they played extremely well. I was really pleased with them defensively. You know, at the beginning of the game, we had a way that we were going to play them defensively, and it just didn't seem like it was working. They were getting the shots that they wanted, whether they made them or missed them. We just didn't feel like we were in a good way. And so we made a switch, and our guys they were really good defensively. I felt like, going into the game, a key part for us was to win our one-on-one matchups, and I feel like everybody did. And, Notre Dame is such a talented basketball team. They're so gifted in terms of being able to score, whether at the basket and shoot the ball from three. And I thought we did a really good job on both ends defensively.
They came in averaging about 23 or 24 three-pointers attempted per game. They were down to 18 in this game. Felt like that was important for you guys to run them off the line.
It was, and it all started because, this game we did a really good job of guarding the ball. If you do a good job containing and guarding the ball, then there's no need for help. And so it was rare that they blew by us and were able to uncontested be able to get to the rim. I thought we moved our feet well. We defended without fouling, and it put us in positions to really defend and take away the three.
Armando Bacot's been good for a long time for you guys. You said yesterday in your press conference you felt after that game against Virginia Tech where he was unable to play that he's been a little bit of a different player. 21 and 13. What has changed in your mind for him?
He's working harder. He's playing harder. He's really running the floor a lot better. So in transition, he's getting a lot of points, deep post catches in transition. And then in the half court, he's doing his work early. He is working extremely hard to catch the ball where he wants to, and so that when he catches it there, he's very effective with scoring in there, whether he scores or draws fouls and gets to the free throw line. He's been absolutely fantastic. And another area that he's getting better at, and today I was really proud of him, is us handling the double team. At times that he's really struggled with that, and in practice we've worked on it to get him a little bit more familiar and comfortable with making a pass out of the double team. He did a great job of that today. One example is in the second half, we threw that cross-court pass to RJ. That's something at the beginning of the year I don't think Armando could have done, so he's showing growth in that area as well.
Armando, you just had the chance to look at the box score. When you look at the box score, what do you look at first?
I would say turnovers. Seeing how many times we turned the ball over, then seeing if we out-rebounded the team.
If you had looked at points, you would have seen that for the fifth straight time you had 20-plus, first time in your career. What's been working so well offensively for you?
I've been taking a lot of shots. I think when I take a lot of shots, I make a good amount too, so that's how I've been doing it.
How has the offense been more efficient in making sure that you get those shots, and how have you been getting the position to receive those passes?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I've been working really hard to get the ball where I want it, but also Caleb, RJ, Leaky, Pete, Seth, they've all been doing a good job of just trying to get me the ball and really play through me.
You saw your fair share of double teams tonight, and you'll, of course, see them again on Tuesday. It looked like you handled them really well tonight. What were you trying to do to make sure that you handled those effectively and found some teammates?
I would say post as low as possible, but when I couldn't do that, just being patient and facing up and seeing the whole floor, and then trusting my teammates to make shots to kind of soften up those double teams.